How much do I have to secure this put? In order to receive the money, I got to show that I can fulfill this contract in the event that the other party decides to execute. So, the way I figured that out is I'm selling one contract, which is 100 shares. I'm agreeing to buy at 33.50. So I'm gonna have to have something around $3,350 to get this money. That's not bad, right? 33.50 times 100 is $3,350. So if you're sitting around with $3,300, you could do this deal and make 245 this month. If you have $33,000, you could sell 10 of these if you want to and collect $2,454. That's pretty good. That's a nice, so much, that's better than real estate. I mean, if you compare it to the price of an average house, well, that's 33 or $333,000. And you put 100 in there. I mean, look at that. Look at the income. Look at that number. That's a real number. That's a real number of what I would receive tomorrow by selling cash secured puts on Intel. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying that if you felt the need to do that, that's something you could do. What is your risk? Every investment you make, every move you make, you want to say, what could go wrong? Well, one thing that could go wrong that's really going to test your commitment to Intel is that this stock could collapse and go below the strike price. So what if this stock drops from 34 down to, 28? And then now you got to go in and you got to give up all this money to buy a $28 stock for $33.50. You might be mad about that unless you have faith in Intel. If you believe your thesis, if you believe that Intel is going to recover and that this too shall pass, then it's fine. You now own Intel. You're an owner. But if you are scared to death to own the stock and you were just there to collect the money and that was it, then that's when you're going to have, um, that's when you're going to have some issues, right? Like my grandma used to say, don't lay down with the girl if you ain't ready to have a baby with her, right? So, so if you're just there for the good stuff and you ain't there to take responsibility as the parent of this stock, then you might want to reconsider the move that you make. You might want to protect yourself. Okay, so that's what we will say on this. Now, I see that there was one more question. I thought I saw Jen in there. So let me pull in. Um, Kevin says I could have used the collar for Oracle. Yes, you could have. Absolutely. Yeah, Oracle's just. I mean, and you could probably still do it. Actually, I mean, it's still got a lot of hype around it. I think that the market's dip today may have pulled the hype back some. But let's say that good news comes out tomorrow and everything shoots up, and you decide to participate again, and you got the capital to make the move. A collar would be, I think, sufficient for Oracle. What I'm really thinking about the collar is, remember, this stock is like an angry pit bull, and you got to have a strong collar on the pit bull to make sure he doesn't get out of control. Okay, and doesn't turn around and bite you. All right, so let's see, Jen. Hey, Jen. Hey, Dr. Boyce. Jen from blackontheplatform.com. Good evening. Is your go-to strategy the collar? Thank you. It's one of the go-tos. Yes, I have a collar. I have collars on Oklo, and I made a lot of money selling collars, or well, not selling collars, selling the deep out of the money call option, and then buying the put at the same time, and that makes me feel secure with owning Oklo. And feelings are really important. If you feel like you're exposed in an uncomfortable way, knowing these tools is beneficial because it allows you to change your position and to the point that you're comfortable. So again, just like getting in that bathtub, if it's too hot and you're feeling hot, then just turn on some cold water, right? So the calls and the puts kind of allow you to calibrate the conditions that you want to invest. All right, so you're welcome, Dr. Comer. Last question before we bounce out. Tim Haskins, what is your strategy? What strategy would you use on Intel for options? Um, yeah, well, if you want to know my strategy now, I just own Intel stock.